Hey guys, how are you? David Franco here from ddefranco.com/ask. That is your open forum for submitting your questions for future videos, such as this one. Today's question comes from Kevin Gannon. I'm going to push back a little bit. Kevin Gannon says, I've been struggling with thinking of a creative username for myself. This made me want to post this. David, how and when did you create your username? I love electronica music, design, and ducks. Yes, ducks. Any ideas for me? Thank you, Kevin Gannon. That is an excellent question. And by the way, there's nothing really wrong with loving ducks. I mean, I love ducks. But seriously, getting to the question, Kevin, this is a great thing to talk about because let's face it, coming up with a good username is not easy at all. Going back to 2005/2006, you guys may or may not know my first YouTube name was not the creative one. My first real YouTube name was Point Blank. Yeah, Point Blank, as in boom, because of video games and everything and in your face and, you know. But thinking back then, I mean, I forgot to activate caffeine. Thinking back then, I was like, well, if I want to take YouTube seriously, I'm going to have to scrap the name Point Blank and start clean with something clean, something more mature, because let's face it, the name Point Blank is kind of juvenile by today's standards and my current age. And I just want people to take me more seriously. And with a name like Point Blank, in my opinion, you just can't do that. So eventually I came up with the name, the creative one, because of, well, I like creative things. I like Photoshop, I like photography, I like videography. Getting to my next point, when creating a name, try not to use any numbers. Now, yes, I know the creative one has the word one in it. It's not technically a number. One means singular, the one, the only one, and no one else. That was my idea behind that name. But what I'm trying to explain here is, if you can, just avoid numbers for two reasons. One, avoiding numbers can cause people to avoid confusion. I mean, let's face it, is it easier to remember the creative one or the creative one 528? 528 doesn't mean anything, I just made that up. Yeah, obviously the first one's easier to memorize. And honestly, the second reason why you should avoid numbers is just because, well, they're annoying. I mean, you have no idea how many times I see usernames like Xbox Gamer 75827158890. It's like, what the hell does that mean? Stop. Back away from the numbers and think of a creative name. Even if you have to purposely misspell something, as long as it's easily memorable and easily recognizable and just easy to type out, then go for it. Look at me, DeFranco Gaming. Cool. The creative one. Cool. The creative one mobile. Long, but cool. Now, I did have the name Pixel Caps for a little while, which I still like the name for my gaming channel, but I was like, Pixel Caps, it doesn't say who I am. It doesn't sound like a gaming channel. I mean, yes, it technically was, because capturing pixels, you know, with my capture card, that was the whole point of that username. But I was like, the average person's not going to know that. And I wanted it to relate to me. I wanted my name to be in there, so I was like, you know what, DeFranco Gaming it is. And I own DeFrancomedia.com, DeFrancoHosting.com. Not any of those names have any numbers in them or confusion. Keep it simple, keep it relative to your name, and just, honestly, don't overthink too much. And yes, of course, today is a free audiobook day, so if my advice before this didn't help you, hopefully this advice from this free audiobook does. Go to audibletrial.com/thecreativeone. The link is right below for convenience. Click that, sign up, and search for this, the Zen of social media marketing, an easier way to build credibility, generate buzz, and increase revenue. In my eyes, that's win-win-win. So check it out, audibletrial.com/thecreativeone. That should really help you not particularly think of a username, but to get serious, to take yourself more seriously in the world of social media. Because let's face it, it's all fun and games, sure, but when you can make a living out of social media, then you really, really want to try. Believe me, it's worth it. And now, guys, I shall let you go. Have an amazing weekend. Don't forget, ddefranco.com/ask, as always, just like everything else in my life. The link is below for your convenience to submit your questions and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.